Hi, my name is Frank Falvey, and I'm going to do a video and a demo of an IoT device. IoT for Christmas, we call it, for the Christmas spirit. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm just going to do an overview of what is the Internet of Things and a few examples of it. And then towards the end of it, I'm going to move over to the Azure portal, and we're going to create an event hub, and inside in that event hub then we're going to connect our IoT device. And Microsoft has got this, I'll just show you here now. It's got this Raspberry Pi simulator. So we're going to go through that towards the end, so as we can connect our Raspberry Pi simulator IoT device through the cloud, through Azure, through the event hub. So just to start off here, as you can see, the Internet of Things is in everything we do today. The Internet of Things consists of millions of physical devices all over the world, which are now connected to the Internet through Wi-Fi, all sharing and collecting data. This is all made possible with the design of new super computer chips that use Wi-Fi networks. This makes it easy to turn anything from something as small as a peanut to something as big as a ship into to be part of the Internet of Things. Connecting up all these different devices and adding sensors to them give them digital intelligence to the electronics and the mechanical devices that otherwise would have been dumb. This allowed them to communicate with each other without involving human beings. So it's all automated. The IoT is making the way we do things in the world around us smarter and more responsive in the digital and physical world. So some examples of IoT or the Internet of Things. You must have heard about a smart home. This is the appliance in a smart home are connected through the Wi-Fi to the Internet, which can be handled through sensors that can control the door of your house or the air con temperature in your house. Or we'd say if you're going out at night and you forget to close the door of your house, the sensor on the door is fitted with a smart device, and it detects the door is opened for a period of time, and then it can close it automatically, and it can then send a message to your smartphone telling you, your door is locked, so it gives you peace of mind. Another one is, we'd say if you want to arrive home and have the air conditioning on and the lights before you get home from work, then this could be made possible through the Internet, because some cars now have sensors that can be connected to your appliances at home, which can give a signal, to the devices connected to your house before you come home. Could even have the dinner ready. So there's a lot of things that can be examples of the Internet of Things, such as I was saying there, appliances like smart microwaves, which can automatically cook a full meal and can be ready when you come home from work. Self-driving vehicles with complex sensors that can detect objects from far away, like we have smartwatches that can measure your heartbeat and a number of like the amount of steps you take in a day. The IoT device for Christmas that I kind of picked out, which is very handy, is the smart plug. So to control, like when you turn on your Christmas lights, you know, from your smartphone. So very handy. So that's my IoT device for Christmas anyway, is the smart plug. I use them myself. They're very handy, and especially this day and age now with electricity being so expensive. My favourite one that I have at home is the Ring doorbell. You can see who's at the door, even if you're not there. If you're away on holidays, somebody comes to deliver something, you know, you can talk to them. One thing I discovered there recently when I got the smart doorbell, Ring doorbell, when you configure it up, you put in your email and all this kind of stuff, and it can detect when the battery in the doorbell is going low, and it's actually sends you an email to say, look, your doorbell needs charge. Very cool, I thought. So there's some other stuff then with it, like there's some challenges, like with the volume of data that's transmitted, the power consumption of your device, like I just mentioned there, having to charge the battery, responsiveness, because you're sending signals out over Wi-Fi and out over the internet, you know what I mean, the real-time delivery could be slightly have issues, like as you say, fragile internet connections. Now security is another issue, because these things are not being updated all the time because they're standalone devices. Privacy, scalability. Like scalability would be kind of where you've got a big office block and all the sensors and the whole thing, you could have hundreds of them. So that's one. A few vendors then, the one I mentioned there already is the Ring doorbell. That's a good example of IoT. The Philips bulb, so you can kind of program it to, you know, dim it down to whatever you want, and you know, you can just use your smartphone to do it. The same with the Belkin light switch. You can kind of program the light, you know, if you're going away on holidays, you can just program the light to kind of come on by night and go off and whatever. And the Amazon Dash button, you'll never be without toilet roll again. So just right next to your toilet roll, press the button, off it sends to Amazon, and yeah, that's a good one. So we're just going to go to the demo now, and I'm just going to go over to the Azure portal, and here we are. I'm already logged into it. So what I'm going to do is we're going to search for IoT. So IoT, so we're going to create an IoT hub. So I'm just configuring it there now. So I don't have any, so this is the first one I'm using in this account. So yeah, so this is a subscription I already have, and I already have a resource group set up called Frank, so I'm just going to use that one. And down here, when you're filling out these details, they have to be globally unique. So we'll try this one, IoT for ANK. So yes, you see we got the tick mark on the end there, so that's globally unique name, so we're good to go. So the next one here to fill out there is the region. So I'm in Ireland, so I'm going to pick Northern Europe. And we'll go on to the next one then, which is networking. So like for the demo, I'm just going to leave the defaults and continue on to the next one. the management part. So the first one it gives us here, right, is the standard tier. So as you can see down here, for €21 you can get 400,000 messages from your IoT device. But just for this demo here now, I'm just going to change this one. So down in the end there we got the free tier, so we'll go with that one because it doesn't cost us anything, it's 0, and 8,000 messages you can get per day, which is pretty good for free. So we'll just carry on here down to the next one, and we're just going to leave the defaults again here, and we'll go to the next one. So the next one, we're just going to leave the defaults there again in this one. So the next one is tags. These are kind of handy for budgeting and tracking and whatever, and we'll just leave those as the default, and we'll just go and create the IoT hub. And depending on how fast your internet is, whatever, and how busy Azure is at the time, it shouldn't take too long deploying it. So there we go, IoT Frank. So that's that. So what we need to do, we need to go in here to our deployment. Actually it's still doing it there now, so we just give it a second. What I might actually do is just pause until that's finished. So that's finished. So what we do then is go to our resources. So you can see there IoT Frank, and over here on the left hand side, see, okay, so we have to create our device now inside in the IoT hub, and what we want to do is add a new device, and we need to name it. So we'll call it IoT DEMO, and we're good to go with that. Let's save. So I'll just pause the video again now, just so that. So here we got our IoT demo. So we're just going to go into this one, and this will give us our primary string. So we can go over to the simulator then. So I'm just going to copy this string here, primary connection string, so as that our IoT device will connect to the cloud. So here we have our Raspberry Pi, and I just left this part open so as you can actually see the steps, and we'll just go on next. So this is kind of telling you this is the assembly area, and then it's telling you to log into Azure and create your hub and your device. This part then is where you put your primary connection string in. So we'll just go got it. So here we are, and over here it'll tell you here you put your code in here in this section. So we're in between the two quotes now, right? So we're just going to put in if we delete that, actually it'll be easier. So just be careful, you have to just get your code in between the two quotes. So I already copied it, so I'm just going to paste it in there. So there's our code now in line 15. So as you can see over on the left, the IoT device not doing anything at the moment, but if we go down here and we click on run, hopefully, there we go, flashing lights. Like if you had this in a big way now, you could have a Christmas tree lighting up here. So I hope everybody has a nice Christmas, and hope you enjoyed the overview and demo of IoT. Thank you.